Darth Vader was the galaxy's greatest Jedi killer during the era of the Empire. But there were a few times that the Jedi Vader was hunting actually defeated him. For this video, we will only go over cases where the Jedi defeated Vader to the point where he was at their mercy or was forced to flee. So, who were these Jedi, and how did they beat him? First is Celeste Morne. She was an ancient Jedi Master who had concealed herself inside a stasis pod in an attempt to contain the Sith artifact known as the Mour Talisman. This artifact had the power to turn living beings into mindless creatures known as Rakghouls. She remained in the stasis pod for thousands of years until Darth Vader discovered her and set her free. When she found out that Vader was a Sith Lord, she immediately attacked him. At first, Vader didn't wish to harm her as he wanted to make her his apprentice, but she, of course, refused and continued to attack him. Not holding back anymore, Vader showed her the true power of the dark side and overwhelmed her quickly. Fearing what would happen if Vader got his hands on the Mour Talisman, Celeste used its power to turn all of Vader's own stormtroopers into Rakghouls. Once they all transformed, she commanded them all to attack Vader. Knowing that he risked death if he stayed and fought, Vader fled the ruins and left the planet. Second, we have the 8 Jedi on Kessel. They were Jedi who got together shortly after Order 66 to discuss their future. Unknown to everyone there, the host of the meeting leaked their location to Darth Vader, in an attempt to lure him into a trap. When Vader came, he swiftly took out 2 of them, but then started to get overwhelmed due to his inexperience with his new cybernetic body. One Jedi, Shadé Potkin, used a cortosis blade to short out his lightsaber, but he force-choked her and took the blade. Master Jastus Far then slashed Vader across the back. The Alina Jedi Master Sui Choi severed Vader's robotic right arm, and Boltar Swan cut one of his legs. In moments, Vader was wounded, disarmed, and surrounded. He was at their mercy, saved only by the Jedi's hesitation and the timely arrival of the 501st Legion, who fired upon the Jedi. Third is Galen Marek, codenamed Starkiller. Originally kidnapped by Vader to be trained as his secret Sith apprentice, Galen eventually turned to the light side after being betrayed and became a Jedi, like his father before him. His final duel with Vader took place on the first Death Star. The two fought long and hard. Although Vader was stronger than his opponent, Galen was faster and more focused, and his biggest advantage was that he was fighting his teacher. He knew how Vader fought and the tricks that he would use from their countless training sessions. During the long duel, Galen finally got the upper hand and made a critical blow onto Vader. And from there, everything went downhill for the Sith Lord. Finally, Vader was down on his knees and at the mercy of Galen. But before he could give the killing blow, Galen chose to sacrifice himself to save the leaders of the new Rebel Alliance as they made their escape. The duel with Galen was probably the most punishment Vader's body sustained since his duel with Obi-Wan on Mustafar. Fourth, we have a Jedi named Merrick. Not much is known about him, but his duel with Vader speaks for itself. Vader was the aggressor, using his heavy gem-so style to try and overwhelm Merrick with brute force, but Merrick didn't meet strength with strength. Instead, he used Vader's aggression against him, sidestepping his predictable strikes and countering. Merrick started to press his advantage, and soon he dominated the fight. He disarmed the Sith Lord, sending his lightsaber away. Then he lifted Vader into the air with the Force and pummeled him with a storm of heavy objects. Vader was left battered and broken, forced to retreat. Merrick had systematically dismantled him, proving superior skill could beat raw power. Finally, we have Obi-Wan Kenobi. This was the duel that created Darth Vader. The two fought all over the place on Mustafar, making it seem like the duel would last forever. Anakin was at the peak of his power, faster and stronger than ever, and he was on the offensive for most of the fight. But then, Anakin made one huge mistake by not respecting Obi-Wan's high ground. Blinded by arrogance, he yelled, "You underestimate my power," and jumped. This was a fatal error. With a single sweep of his lightsaber, Obi-Wan severed Anakin's arm and both of his legs. Everything went downhill for him after that, including his limbs and body. Anakin was left dismembered and burning on the volcanic bank. This defeat was absolute and sealed his fate, imprisoning him in the black suit for the rest of his life. and those were the Jedi that defeated Darth Vader in battle. While his legacy of fear is deserved, these encounters prove that he wasn't invincible. Which of these defeats do you think was the most humiliating? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching this video. Be sure to subscribe for more videos like this one, and as always, may the Force be with you.